Hey guys, it's Fee, and I'm a slacker. I'm a slacker. I owe you guys a really big clump, like huge clump. Serious Clumptober going on here. I believe I am 10 days behind. Yeah. So last week was pretty crazy. I had some stuff going on at the end of the week. I was away for the weekend, and then the last couple days I wasn't really feeling up to it. Those of you who watch my other non-Vlogtober vlogs probably know why, so we won't get into that. Anyhow, I'm a slacker. So, I remember at the beginning of October I said that last year, in the middle of the month, I had a big clump like this. And this year, I was going to try and not have to have a huge clump. The most I was going to do was like 3-day stints, which I had going on for quite a while. And then this happened. So here I am. 10 days. Let's see how fast I can get this done without taking up 2 hours of your life. I have a little note here, otherwise I would never remember what it is I need to do. And the last day I did was day 19, so we're starting with Vlogtober day 20. Clumptastic, here we go. Alright, day 20 is outfit of the day, and of course I have you sitting on my cute little perch, and now I'm going to take you off. Alright, so let's do this. You can see the shirt. You're going to get it in pieces. You can see the earrings. You can see the bracelet. Black pants on the bottom. Nothing really to show there. And the most important part, shoes. Cute little booties. That's what I've got on. So, you get outfit of the day in pieces. So I don't have to take you off of the little tripod I've got here. All right. That was day 20. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Actually, I'm glad I didn't change out of my work clothes because then he would have just seen sweatpants. Okay, day 21. Magic brew. If you could create a magic brew, what would it be? What would be in it? That kind of thing. And I got to tell you, my first response was I wanted a brew or a potion that would just like turn my brain off. Where I just stop worrying about things or over worrying about things, stop being anxiety ridden, stop giving a care, just temporarily, just to shut down. But then it dawned on me that already exists. It's called Xanax or lorazepam or whatever version of that you're familiar with. Yeah, so that exists already, so I can't do that. So my magic brew is a cure-all brew. That's a really lame name, but that's all I got. It's an adaptogen. That does exist. It's an adaptogen, and whatever is ailing you health-wise, you take this and it's just gone. It's just fixed. You know, the medical society would like pay me millions if I could figure out a way to make this. But yeah, you take it, and regardless of what's wrong with you, of course, off the top of my head, I'm going to go with infertility or endometriosis or anything like that. It's like gone. Or if we're talking non-infertility stuff, it works for that too. Like big things like cancer. You take it, it's gone. It's good. You're great. So that's what it's called. It's called a cure-all potion. And it cures whatever the heck you need it to cure. Wouldn't it be great if something like that existed? So the ingredients that are in it. Well, I mean, that sounds like something that comes from the medicine man. So I'm going to have to say that you definitely need a berry from the middle of the rainforest somewhere in Brazil that only grows on a tree with 3-leaved branches in the middle of March when there's a full moon. Yes, I just came up with that off the top of my head. Other than that, I don't know. What's good things that you find in like witch's brews? Like eye of newt, that sounds good, right? Eye of newt, we'll go with that. Pig's feet? No. I can actually, we can up that. Vegetarian pig's feet. It's got to be difficult stuff to find. Otherwise, anybody's going to be able to make this thing. All right, that's all I got. And I'm just being goofy. All right, day 22, fall color. I don't have anything to show you guys. I actually have been keeping this in mind for the last number of days, and I'm like, well, if I see some cool looking tree, I'll just take a snapshot and like toss it up here or something. I don't have a snapshot to show you. I don't know what it is, but, and maybe this is just my opinion, but in my area, it's like, as soon as it goes cold, it's like the leaves go yellow and then they go brown and then they fall off and they're done. It's you actually have to really look around for like pretty reds and oranges and things like that. You've got to like go into the forest preserves. Yes, we have forest preserves in Chicago because we're too damn close to the city. But yeah, I didn't see a lot of pretty color this year. And I don't know, maybe it's the frickin' smog by where I live. I have no idea. It's not like the trees you see in Chelsea's videos. That's pretty stuff, even for someone who doesn't like it cold. I will admit, pretty trees, pretty trees. I don't have any pretty trees, so I can't show you any fall color. But I did talk about it, so that counts, right? All right. Vlogtober Day 23. Which supernatural Halloween creature would you like to be? I know any of you guys who know me are probably going to know immediately what I'm going to say, but it's true. I'm going to go with vampire. I could totally rock vampire, and I'm not talking sparkly Twilight vampire, even though I love my sparkly Twilight vampires. No, we're talking like real classic vampire. I could totally rock that. I would be okay with the nighttime thing. Or actually, maybe I could go with a daywalker. Does that count? Like Blade. That's still a vampire that can walk around outside, and I can enjoy the heat that I like. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with a daywalker because it's different, and the average person isn't going to think of that. They're just going to say vampire. I would be a daywalker. All right. Not number. This is not a tag fee. It's not a number. It's a day. Day 24. The prompt is magic day. You're supposed to do magic trick. I can't do magic tricks. I can't think of anything. I can't do magic tricks. Actually, I might be able to do a magic trick. This guy needs to be in all of the Vlogtober vlogs, right? So there he is. There he is. And if I snap my fingers, he's gone. Does that count? No, it doesn't count. Because you guys know how I did it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I might make you laugh, but it's definitely not a magic trick. Day 25, day in the life. Well, that one I do have to cop out on because I would never be able to do that in a clump. But I'm not big on the day in the life ofs. I think I did one last year for Veda, and I just kind of made it a funny kind of thing. That requires getting out of your comfort zone and pulling a camera out wherever you're at. And yeah, I'm just not good at that. But I will tell you, I will give you a valiant effort, which means I'll keep it in my thoughts and think about it in the future. In the future. Maybe I will do a day in the life of in the future. And if you guys kind of, I don't know, stick around after Vlogtober and you stay attached to my channel, then maybe I'll get to see it if I ever do it. Yeah, okay, so I'm moving on. Day 26, Pintober. All right, so this is in honor of all the other tobers out there. A common one is Pintober. You're supposed to find a pin and do it. Well, I actually have something for that. Wonders never cease. One of my Pinterest boards is a couple of 100 crochet patterns. Fee crochets. I enjoy crocheting. It keeps me sane. It does. I'm gonna put that guy up there. It keeps me sane, and actually I have a lot of crochet books and I have a lot of printed out patterns. So a lot of times my Pinterest board kind of goes to the wayside and I forget that I've got all these other crochet patterns that I could do out there. But I actually remembered it recently, and I did a crochet pattern that was on my Pinterest board. So that counts. And actually I finished it this week. I finished it yesterday actually. So that definitely counts. It's a wash rag. It's a wash rag in all different colors. Well, there's pea green and there's some other kind of shades of green and blue. And yeah, I crocheted that. It's made out of cotton yarn and it is a dishcloth. It's a dishcloth. So that's my Pintober for Vlogtober. And actually, I'm like addicted to this pattern, so I have a feeling I'm going to be making other ones exactly like this. So that definitely counts. So there you go. I didn't have to cop out on that one. All right, day 27, we're catching up. Day 27, do you decorate your house for Halloween? What's your favorite decoration? I do normally decorate my house for Halloween. I normally have like wreaths on my doors and little light up things on my windows, and I have this one of those big blow up light up jobbers of Winnie the Pooh popping out of a pumpkin that I normally put on my front porch where the trick-or-treaters go. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. This month really got away from me. I had a lot going on, and it just didn't happen. But I did get a new Halloween decoration in my travels, and it actually, I guess it counts for Halloween and harvest and Thanksgiving and all of that. So I have that, and I'll show you that. So let me grab you and turn you around because it's actually right on the table, right here. There you go. All right, I had that placemat before. I bought that last year, but I love this pumpkin. It is glass. It's mouth blown. And I just think it's super cool. I got it at Pier 1 Imports, in case you're wondering. And I got it on sale, because that crazy place puts their Halloween and harvest stuff on sale in like the beginning of October. So, win for me. There you go. Day 28, ghost stories. Ghost stories. Do you know ghost stories? Have you ever been on a ghost walk? That kind of thing. I have been on a ghost walk. I was on a ghost walk in Key West. A lot of people don't know this, but Key West has an area that's known for being haunted. And I did go on this ghost walk, despite my better judgment, because that's not normally my thing. But my husband really wanted to go, so I was like, all right, let's try this thing. And the one part of it that kind of sticks with me, because this was about 5 or 6 years ago. So the fact that I like remember this tells you something right there. There was a theater on part of this ghost walk, and it was a closed down theater. It was boarded up and whatnot, but it was an old time theater, so it had one of those ticket windows where you could like stick your hands underneath. That part was not boarded up for some crazy reason. I didn't quite understand that. But the story was years ago, it had a fire, and there were a lot of people caught inside, and they say that it's haunted. Well, they prompted us to stick our hands in that window, the ticket window, and they claimed that you could still feel the heat from the fire. And of course, on a good night, you could hear people screaming. Of course, you know, what any good ghost story is, you know, you got to have people screaming. So I did it. I don't know why I did it. That not is normally something I would do. I did stick my hands in the ticket window, and it was hot. It was hot, and I freaked out. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Goodbye. It was a little freaky. I don't know if they had it set up with like a heater underneath there. Of course, the realist in me wants to say that, okay, someone's got like a plug-in heater in there, and you know, but I went along with it. Of course, the ghost walk was really late at night. There was hardly any lights on, and the people on the ghost walk were dressed up in like Victorian top hats and canes and flowing gowns, and it, you know, the whole aura was there. So that's probably why it kind of freaked me out. All right, and oh, ghost stories. I don't know a lot of good ghost stories, but there is one from my area. I am probably going to mess this up, but I remember the general idea. It's Resurrection Mary. There is a graveyard, Resurrection Cemetery, in the Chicago area. And there's a ghost whose name is Mary, who you will find, apparently, no, this has never happened to me, but you will find her hitchhiking on the side of the street. And people have said that they have seen her, and not knowing who she was, they've taken her into their car, and she just vanishes. I don't remember the whole story behind it. I personally will not drive by that cemetery around midnight on Halloween, because apparently that's when it happens. So yeah, I probably butchered that one, but you can probably look that one up online. It's a pretty well known one, and it is from this area. All right, and day 29, that's today, that's do-over. And I didn't think this through at all. Was there a day I wanted to do over? I don't think so. Normally, if I actually think this through in advance, I'd come up with a whole list of extra things that I want to add on. I think I did that at the end of something last year. I went through the whole list and just started tacking on things on every single day. I'm boring. I'm sorry, I'm boring. I got nothing for you. I think if I had time, which I don't, and I actually was able to do a do-over, I think I would actually make those pumpkin cookies I told you guys I was going to do that I never did. Yeah, I am not doing well with Vlogtober this year. I hope I'm at least amusing some people through the process. So, isn't, a complete fail? All right, that's all I got. And there's 2 days left of Vlogtober. Let's see if we can actually get 2 vlogs up on the days they're supposed to be up. That would be awesome. End strong. I'm gonna try and end strong, guys, and not have to like clump the last 2 days sometime in November. That would suck. That would suck. We don't want that to happen. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.